Hey y'all, so I'm watching this video. I'm watching one of Shawn's videos where he reacts to a Pop the Balloon like little show with Arlette, I think that's her name. And it's not really a show meant for me, it's not something like Love Island. But even then, they're like 25, 27, 31, 34, 40. The people typically on the Arlette Pop the Balloon almost a challenge on the show are typically like 30 to 50, usually leaning towards 50. And it just dawned upon me right here where I was just like, I was watching this episode, and this is the same episode with the guy with the crazy jacket. I guess I could talk about should I talk about each of the guys? I mean, I feel like that would just take so much time, but I guess I could skim through the video and just see which ones I could talk about first. But what minute was I on? 138. 138.44. Remember that, please. Tell me. Oh my god. Okay, so the first guy, I remember just being like semi-normal. Like he's just talking. He's like, which girl did he end up getting? Let me see. Almost 30 minutes, man, and the first guy? Oh, he got a baddie. Hold on. Damn, okay. I mean, he probably was like, he probably was cool then. I mean, to be honest. He's just pretty chill, But the real, I can talk about the other guys too. The other one that I do want to talk about, besides the crazy jacket guy, I mean, that guy was just funny though. Like, he just he thought he did this whole thing where he was like, all right, let's time out. Let me just air this out real quick. So I'm so glad that, this is a show where we get to meet people and we're like connecting and stuff like that. All right, time out over. It gave that kind of vibe, and it was really funny, genuinely hilarious when he did that, bro. I burst out laughing. And it's like the therapist, the almost 50-year-old therapist with 2 teenage children. Like, what are you doing? Who like, how did you wander on stage, bro? But anyway, I mean, he didn't even look bad. It's just like, at that age, with that smile, with that face, with how tall he is, like, the fact that he's not in a long-term committed relationship was like weird when he first showed up, but then it was even worse when he mentioned he had kids, because I'm like, bro, go take care of them. Like, you already have a life. And if you want women, just literally go anywhere outside. Like, I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. But the main interaction I wanted to talk about for this video was this guy named Paul near the end. He's this guy who came off at the beginning, he's like funny, he has good comedic timing, but he did go on this little tirade about dark skins being in the back and light skins being in the front. Like, I don't think that's how that happened. Not to be revisionist, but I just, I have a feeling that the history textbooks didn't mention anything like that. so as I remember, you know. But he did go on a little tirade about short kings, like, move over, 6'4", dude. I'm your man. But he's genuinely, like, pretty charming and funny. But the thing is that he is short. You know, he is short. He's like 5'7", he said. But that compared to everybody else's heights, and everybody's wearing heels and stuff like that, you know, he does look pretty short. So it's like, okay, I mean, it's whatever, right? Because it's nothing. He treats it like it's nothing to him. Like he's talking about all these expectations that he had that he's gotten rid of over the past, like, couple of years, and however long he's been trying to talk to people, where it's like, oh, I only dated shorter girls. Which, I mean, at that point, it's like, you know, it's like, how short do they get? Oh, I don't. But then it's like, you know, he got rid of that, though. Just to be clear, he got rid of that, and it's like, you know, that's good. that's great. You know, he dates people that are much taller than him, and you know, that's a good thing, because it really fully, like Shawn was even saying, like, like, you saw this 6'8", like, woman, and it's just like, hi. Hi. Bro, I'm the same way, bro. I'm literally the same way. So it's like, from Paul's POV, like, a decently tall woman, like, or even in some people's eyes, a gigantic freak of nature 5'10" woman, like, even she's, like, a little bit taller, especially with heels, and, like, you have to look up at her, and you have to do everything she says. Anyway, the main plight I had was when this girl, who I actually started to like because she was, like, out of pocket, and she was, like, just saying the most random shit. But she is like, yeah, well, I'm not feeling you, pretty much. That's what she said, like, pretty much. Yeah, like, I'm not feeling you. The attraction isn't there, but you're cool, you know, you're a good person. And all the while, so many girls popped their balloons, and she was, like, one of the last ones, and he's gone through every single girl pretty much, and just talked to each one and been like, oh, the day is looking bright, and your smile is too. Thank you so much. Like, I will pray for you. Like, I'm glad that we can have these discussions. That's the vibe I'm getting off. He didn't say those exact things, but I'm sorry I'm putting words in your mouth, Paul, but that's exactly what he was saying, though. Like, that's, you know, that's what he was saying. You know, like, I know what people are saying, you know, and that's what he was saying. Like, he's just this charming, like, short guy with a suit on, by the way. I think he's an executive of something, so, you know, I don't know. But yeah, so the conversation shifted from that to being like, yeah, you know, typically with, like, partners, you know, you have to, like the way that they look, or else there's nothing there. And I'm like, girl, you are 38 years old. Emphasis on old. And you're still talking about, because Paul is not even ugly. That's the thing. He's not even, like, oh my God, like, put a bag on his head, like, oh my God. Like, yeah, he's bald, but his head looks perfect. He literally has the best looking head shape that I've seen for a bald person all episode. Um, and pretty much, I'm just thinking, like, girl, you are 38 years old. At your big age, you're still looking for, like, eye candy. Who, I mean, at 38 years old, you want somebody that's older than you, too? That's gonna run you about, like, 41, 43 with the side of 5 baby mamas the way that you want him to look. Like, it's like, what are we doing here? Like, what's going on, I'm 21, so I feel like me looking at people for their looks and for their personality, but factoring looks in quite a bit. When it comes to dating, by the way, when it comes to dating, I don't look at people differently or anything like that when it comes to, like, friends, because we're friends, bro. Like, we're just chilling, we're hanging out, It's really about there. See my last story time for that juicy bit of content. But anyway, I just feel I feel a way for you, Paul, personally, because it's like, I know he's not gonna say this because he's that charming, he's that cool, he's that whatever, but I'm gonna be the one to say this. Being at that big age, again, emphasis on big, that's a very big age, ma'am, madame, even. I feel like you should have more things figured out by then, right? You should know the type of person that you like and the type of person that, would gel with you, and not just based off star signs. But, what's funny is I saw this clip, random ass clip to bring up here. But Lacey, from FaZe, he was on this date. I remember it was like a camping stream with Marlon. I remember watching like a bit of the VOD, but then it was just so boring, dude. Like, oh my god, that was such a slog. Cause I'm just thinking, like, bro, if I was there, we would have been turned, bro. We would have been lit. I just would have been chatting and yapping the whole fucking time. I would have brought some weed too. I don't know if you do that on Twitch, but I would have been high as shit, drunk as hell. We would have been blasting music in the car, like, and I'm just thinking, like, bro, this girl content shit just isn't for me anymore. Because, yeah, I can do the videos about, even videos like the one that I'm bringing up right now about, like, dating shows and, like, speed dating and, seeing how people interact with other people and their opinions on stuff. Like, it's important to know what Grammy, thinks about what Grammy thinks about, her dating preference, that she likes somebody that looks very attractive, and, it's just funny to me, bro. Like, bro, I'm not even trying to, like, make fun of her, too, because I genuinely did start to like her a bit, too, because she was saying some out-of-pocket shit. And, that's funny. She's, like, that type of girl to be, like, to just say anything off the top of her head. But that's the thing, is doing that also kind of exposes you to, like, your deepest inner thoughts that probably won't come out as well as you would want them to, because he also did mention that, like, oh, it's, I understand that, but sometimes it's like, if it didn't work in the past, just think about what you do want and what you do like. And, having done that a lot of times over, I'm guessing, from what he's been speaking, or how he's been speaking, it seems that if you come away from dating thinking, like, I like them because they're hot, and they're hot to me, and I want to talk to them, and I want to have kids, and I want to have family, and I want to have a husband. You just come away from dating thinking that A, it's shit. There's nobody. B, I'm so worthless. C, I don't really know. There's only really A and B. But that's really if you think about dating as like I just said, like, you want somebody attractive, you want somebody that doesn't have kids yet, you want somebody that's also older than you and you're 38. You know, it doesn't bode well, in my opinion, for any type of like relationship slash any kind of connection, like romantic relationship. Because this is another thing, I like to say relationship like as in how it's meant to be used, like relation, like my relation to you, you know, our relationship. I usually do like to preface like if it's a romantic or platonic, but if I just say relationship, I'm talking about the general just relationship that we have. I wish that we could go back to that, bro. Because to be honest, having it always be like relationship means something romantic, like it's just not good vocab. Because then you just go to like being like, oh yeah, we're friends. Not, you can't be like all like Shakespearean about it. You can't be like, my relationship with Brandon has been faltering recently. It's more like, my friendship with Brandon has not been going so great as of late. You know, it takes away. It takes away the. Well, I can't say that. I was gonna say blurred lines. It takes away the lines that could be blurred, could be not, between, you know, how I feel about this person. It invokes a bit of mystery. Because you don't know what type of relationship I'm talking about. But then I thought about all the women that Robin Thicke has, you know, sexually assaulted. Probably because he's not dead yet. It probably has still been happening, and, you know, he's still doing it. And he probably gets royalties off that YouTube video. So, you know, the world is great, man. The world is an amazing place. I love it. I love it. But anyway, what was I going? What was I on? I was on this video. Oh yeah, bro. I'm just like, come on, like, you really have to think a little harder, honey, about what is really important in life. Because even thinking about it, like, would I date a friend that I didn't find attractive, but we were friends for so long that I know them inside. No, wait. I know them outside, and then I'm getting to know them inside. Yeah. But, what was I saying? That, you know, it's like, I know them pretty much. I know them pretty well, and I just really want to get to know them even more in a deeper level, you know. Hold on, I think my battery is actually dying, so I'm gonna charge it and then be right back. Okay, so now I'm in this new position. You know, it feels a little weird. It feels a little out of place, I guess you could say. So I'm pretty tired. Like yesterday, I just had like a couple beers, and I thought I was gonna actually work on my animation, but that didn't end up happening. You know, I just kept watching videos and, you know, liking videos, and I'll actually watch Cinna's live stream. I guess I could talk about that later, but right now let me just finish my thoughts on the video, because yeah. Which battery? 6%. To be honest, it didn't go down 1%, so I'm tripping, bro. let me just go back to my comfy position that we're all familiar with and we all like over here. So pretty much, what was I saying? It's just so like disjointed and everything, but I mean it's raw, it's real, it's live on air. Shit, I forgot what I was talking about. I mean, yeah, dating preferences and how you just have to grow up, literally. It just is what it is. Like, oh, but what if, oh yeah, because a friend outside, yeah, I remember that. Like, would I? Yeah. Could I? I mean, I could, even today. But does that mean I want to? No. It only would happen if I want it to happen. You feel me? I mean, I tried. I mean, what? Who are that? What's it called? But it's like in some way I do find them. No, I'm not even gonna say in some way. Like I do find them attractive. Like, you know. Yeah, it just. But the thing is, the attraction to me has so many faces. You know, it's so multifaceted. That to me, pinpointing, oh yeah, this guy is hot. He's my type. Like I guess, but I mean, I wouldn't really know what my type is until I see it, you know? And even then I would be like, okay, that's another like person that I like. But then again, I'm not saying type. I'm not saying body type. I'm not saying, oh yeah, every Italian 6-foot man, let's be realistic, every Italian 5'9" man with a 6-pack abs, calf muscles looking crazy. You know, he's ripped. He's wearing those tight ass button up shirts. He has sunglasses. He wears gel in his hair. And don't forget the motherfucking skinny jeans, man. Like that might be that might be some girl's type, bro. That might actually be some girl's type, that exact type. But that's what I'm saying is like some people are like straight up AI, bro. Like I thought DSP, like Dark Side Phil, I genuinely believe he's some form of AI. He might be real. He might be real, but I'm thinking it's a government psyop, like, you know, the whole thing. You know, it just, some people are genuinely AI because it's like, if you have a type, right, and you haven't found somebody that even fits that type even a little bit, then, honey, you need to get off Instagram. Honestly, turn the phone off. Unless you're listening to this, then don't turn it off. I beg you, do not turn it off. But under normal circumstances, you know, I would say to turn it off, and I would say to just reevaluate yourself very quickly. Just do a couple checklist maneuvers and checklists checks, but check some boxes off the checklist. Wow, I'm so smart. Anyway, it's just like types aren't a thing, man. I'm saying it's 2025, bro. I'm not saying you have to like everybody, because realistically, am I gonna fuck Jerry down the street this greasy man who has like $60,000 hidden away in a safe in Alaska, whose grandchild has been abducted by the mafia, and like, I'm cool, bro. I'm probably not gonna fuck Jerry. But is it unlikely that Jerry would ever find somebody who just likes that little hitch in his life? You know, it's like there's probably some... How old did I say Jerry was? Like 60? There's probably some like 54 Alaskan woman who just doesn't have a good life. She doesn't enjoy being with her husband. He does crazy shit to her, and it's like, oh, she needs an escape. And then Jerry comes into town, and you know, he's like, where's my fucking abducted son? And she's just in she's just walking by, just with her groceries, going home to her, like, just deadbeat, awful husband. And it's just like, hey, have you seen where they took my abducted son? No. I think they went down that way. Would you want to go together? And then love blooms. Wow, just like that. Jerry and Melissa are in love. And they love each other. And are they each other's exact types? No. Because you don't know how love hits you until it hits you hard like a fucking semi-truck. And then you spend the next waking hours, minutes, days, weeks, years of your life reflecting, rejoicing, and also, you know, just pondering on if you're ever gonna feel that way again. And I'm just saying, man, I'd rather there be more Pauls with some hoes occasionally, but mainly a wife on his stick. That's a just world, in my opinion. What was I gonna talk about as well? To be honest, I forgot. Let me, what I like to do when I forget stuff is just literally go through my watch history, and it usually just like sparks an idea in my brain. No, I'm still not getting nothing. So to be honest, I feel like that's where this is gonna end. I did want to talk about something else, but until I like look back at the recording, I'm not gonna, figure out what that was, because I'm just a little baby bird, along for the ride, and yeah. I mean, I guess I could talk about something. The pictures that I just took, bro. Lethal. I'm just saying lethal, bro. I'm just thinking, like, there's so many ways and different vibes that there are in the world, right? But it's like when you're tapped into me, like me, shit, like, do you really need anything else, baby? It just is how it is. It's how it's gonna be till we both figure out something. You know, I feel like Len said, making me use my brain. I feel like you're trying to test me. And that's just the fact of the matter, you know? She changed her profile picture. She changed the way things are arranged. And it's like, am I making you act proper? Am I making you act how you were supposed to be acting? You know, in some sense, I'm happy that I can change your life in a positive way. I'm just saying that I could change yours. And just make you feel like time doesn't exist. Time is a figment of our imagination. The sun is really all that we have to determine time. And even then, sun's a bad bitch. Sun can go down whenever, be blocked sometimes. The sun is a diva. Tiptoeing around broken glass. But I like you, babe. You light up my face every time I see you. When I saw the story post about you going to the beach, I had to delete. I had to delete Insta off my phone, bro. Because I just thought about those tan lines. And it made me. I don't know if you should hear this, but it made me punch up. I didn't punch a hole through my wall. I'm not that strong. But I bruised up my right fist, yeah. Yeah, I did. I punched it twice, actually. First time it wasn't enough. I felt fine. I wanted to go in where it hurt, though. Just so I can have something to wake me up. So all I could think about is the sun. Just lighting down onto you and just feeling you. Tan lines. You already have sunscreen. You're not stupid. You know why you're here. The sand beneath you. The water is touching only if you want to be touched. The wind gracefully flicking your hair back and forth. Did you get in the water that day? I know I did when I went to the beach. I'm not going to no beach and not going inside the water, you know? Imagine if we were just dancing in the water. when it's right up to your neck, not mine. We need to go a lot farther then. Up until you're comfortable. Then I can swing you around in slow motion. Watch the water bounce and waves flicker off our bodies and have the sun kiss us both. I truly love you, and I hold no resentment, grudge, any type of negativity towards your decision making, you know, what you choose to do. But I feel like the moment that you truly reject me is when you block me. Until then, I'm gonna make you get sick of this face. These teeth. This smile. I want you to hate me. So much so that you change everything about yourself and move to a different city. I want you to not even think of me. Blow me away. Watch me fade away. And then I want to see you on a hot summer day, finally driving in the car I should have got. But now I have it. And all I can think about is you, so of course I drive to you. And I'll give you these flowers, finally, you know. After all that time, we're just here together. I don't really know what to do. I didn't plan this far ahead. I just knew I wanted to see you. But I don't really know what I'd say or what I'd do. I just feel like I just let my heart speak. My eyes water. My lips salivate. I think I'll let my lips do the talking.
Go! Acknowledged!